Hello, and welcome back to Planet Explorers. I'm Laserblade, and I am going to show you the skill tree system. Something that I played around with before and was completely lost. I checked through the forums and learned what exactly it is. So I'm going to show you that real quick, show you how to earn skill points, and what exactly they do, and how it completely changes the way you play the game. So I've started an entirely new map, obviously. And I just did the first mission of that map, which is basically having access to the hotel. Of course, I haven't figured out how to sleep in the bed in the hotel yet. Alright, so let's go over everything real quick. Here's my inventory, and these are my scanner apps. I now have all of those, and there's my initial knife for when it's nighttime, and eventually I want to fill that water. And I have 200 wood and some meat, and I just picked up these plants. So that's my inventory. That's it. Here's my character. The equipment that you start with. Health, hunger, comfort, stamina, all that good stuff. I have no armor yet. And my skills down here are empty. So I have no skills. So I'm going to close both of those. Now, you can open your skills in here, or you can use the shortcut Alt-T. This is your skill screen. These are your skill points. You can earn apparently up to 10,000. It takes a very long time to get that many. And as you spend them, this number goes back down, so I don't know if there's even a limit to the number of skill points that you can earn or have. Maybe you can only have 10,000 unspent skill points at a time. These are your three separate tabs: work, survival, and combat. Under work, you have dig, which is the one that's highlighted. You also have cut. And each of those categories has the skill tree. Basic mining skills and scanner upgrades. Now, this scanner upgrade says that I'm able to probe for copper on the map if I add this skill, and I can have up to 3 levels of that. However, if I open my scanner, it says that I can already scan for everything. And if I scan, as you can see, there are plenty of resources all around, so I can already scan for everything. That I don't think that they have implemented the scanner upgrades yet. That's probably on their to-do list. But I can put points into basic mining skills. This currently I can equip up to a level 15 mining tool. Same with cutting, up to a level 15 lumbering tool or felling tool. And proficiency in axe gives me a higher percentage hit as I'm chopping down trees, etc. And this is tier 1 skills. Tier 2 skills include, once I've maxed out my tier 1 skill here, I don't have to do both of them. I just have to have one of them all the way up, and that will open up the tier 2 stuff, which will make it so that I can actually equip even better tools. be even more proficient with the axe, and stuff like that. Under survival, we have building, which allows me to use building blocks and unlock building shapes, and of course the other the tier 2 and the tier 3 stuff. The second one is engineering, and this allows me to replicate or synthesize up to level 25 items now. That's with no points in it. Now the problem with this is that these aren't actually accurate, because there are some level 25 items that I cannot currently create. I believe I can actually only create up to level 20. I have to put a point into it in order to unlock the level 25. And I'll show you how that works. The first thing I'm going to do is, let me check my inventory real quick. Okay, so I need some plant fibers, and I'll show you why I say I can't create a level 25, or at least I couldn't before, and I don't know, I don't think that they've updated anything. So now that I have some plant fibers, and I'm gathering these other plants just for the hell of it, let's see if I can grab some more plant fibers. This is just mini corn. Let's see. I think these might be plant fibers. Yes. So I'll pick up a couple of those. Alright, so now that now I have 6 plant fibers, 6 mini corn, etc., etc. Now I'll hit Y to open up the replicator. You can also open it up over here, but we'll ignore that for now. And under tools, I can make a wood shovel. The hammer is set up to do that. So I'll make a wood shovel real quick. And I can make a wood pickaxe because I have the wood and the hammer's lit up. And I'll make a wood axe. Then I'll go to weapons. See, I can't make a stone sword because I don't have any stone, but I can make a wood sword, so I'll make that. And I'll go down here to wood bow, which requires a bowstring, which I can make by clicking on the picture. It takes me to how to create that. And I'm just going to make one of those. Apparently that's all I can make because I don't have enough. Alright, so now back on the wood bow, I have the wood. It only takes 10 and I have 160. I have the bow string because it only takes 1 and I have 1. But I can't make it because it is a level 20 item, and yet I can make up to level 25, so obviously that's wrong. And it says I need arrows, so I'm gonna go ahead and make 300 arrows just for the heck of it. And they're made. Now the requirement for the wood bow says I need arrows in package. I have those. Again, it's a level 20 item and I can't make it. Why is that? Well, because I haven't put any skill points into making that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get the ability to use that bow, or to make that bow, by upping my replication capabilities. And in order to do that, I need skill point. Now I have 1 skill point, and that's just from gathering and creating things. As you can see, it takes a long time to make even your first, or to get even your first point. I've done quite a bit of stuff and only gained 1. Now, chopping down a tree should give me probably at least 1 more, possibly 2 more. This is a pretty big tree. Of course, it takes a lot longer because I'm using a generic wood axe. So we'll get this tree chopped down, and then we'll look to see how many points we have. And if we have enough, we can put points into our first level of replication, which will unlock the wooden bow. It'll also unlock a few other things, including stone tools, but I won't be able to use the stone tools, and I'll show you that as well. So while I'm doing that, I am going to yeah, it's good enough. So hopefully I can get that first set up. Alright. So now now I have 10 skill points. So chopping down a single tree gave me 9 skill points, and also gave me a lot of wood. I don't know what the translation is. Like, if you gain so many hit points or so many resources, it gives you a certain amount of points per resource. I haven't figured out the whole formula to that. Now, I got not only the wood, but I also got plant fiber, so maybe that contributed to that some as well. I don't know. But I have 10 skill points. Now, there's also survival drive, combat, melee, and combat ranged. They call it hunter and fight. But let's go to survival, engineer, basic replication skills, and we're going to add all 10 points into that because it takes 10 to level that up. Now, still on the wooden bow, I've got more than enough wood, well, I've got the 1 bowstring that I need, and I can now create it. So, it's now created. And I'll put that on number 5 because that's what I'm used to. And I can equip it, as you can see here. Let's get out into the light here. So, you see that. Where'd the town go? It's over here, okay. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to equip my pickaxe. I'm going to get myself some stone. The first layer is almost always dirt for some reason. Let's see, there I'm getting stone. I even got a piece of copper. Now there are some recipes that will automatically be unlocked that you can pretty much use right away. You don't even have to put any points into replication in order to use them. These include making copper wire for some reason. You can make that without using, without needing any skill points anywhere. Alright, so now I have 33 stone, 1 copper, and 3 marble. And now now that I have the stone, I can actually make a stone shovel because I have level 1 replication, or 1 point into replication. So let's make that stone shovel. And while we're at it, we'll make a stone pickaxe and a stone axe. And we'll even go one step further and make a stone sword. Now I've used up most of my stone, but I now have all these cool tools and weapons. However, what am I missing? Okay. If I take the stone pickaxe and replace my wooden pickaxe, and then I attempt to equip it, see that up there? Up here, watch. Go to number 4. I have not learned this skill, and therefore I cannot use the stone pickaxe. Now with all that chopping up of resources in the ground with the pickaxe, I've only gained 2 skill points. So I need a lot more skill points in order to start using stone tools. So let's chop down another nice big tree and see if we can't get some decent skill points out of that. And assuming that we do, we should be able to sink those into mining, or I could put them into cutting and start using the stone axe. I'll be able to chop down trees faster and potentially gain skill points faster. Alright, so I now have 6 skill points. I'm still 4 short. So we'll chop down this nice big tree. And hopefully we'll get at least an additional 4 skill points. And then we'll be able to sink those into one of our other skills. And the cool thing about using the skill tree is that, number 1, it slows your progression down considerably. It prolongs the game. It makes it so that you actually have to struggle. But it also means that as you're progressing through it, you've actually earned everything that you can do and everything that you can make or have made. And basically it means that you've worked for everything that you have. It's basically the opposite of socialism. Alright, so we'll take a look here. Oh, we are 1 point away. 1 point away from having the ability to actually make our next level up happen. So I'll go back to the wooden pickaxe real quick, and I'll just gather a little more stone. Ooh, limestone. Nice. So now the dirt blocks are basically useless. You can use them to build temporary walls. You can use them to create ramp-like structures or stairs or whatever. But you don't want to use them to actually build a base. They're pretty useless. Alright, so did we earn that? Yes, we did. We're now up to 12 points. So we go back into work, and since we have we actually have a stone axe, stone pickaxe, stone sword, and stone shovel. Now, I can't remember which one it is. I think that that digging actually works with the shovel and pickaxe. So we're going to put our point into here, into basic mining skills. It only takes 10 points to level up, and there we go. Now, we should be set. So, what we're going to do is go back to the stone pickaxe, and we're also going to drop the stone shovel in there and see if we can equip those. So, number 3, oh, we can't use number 3. Or number 4? What? That's not right. I put the point into digging. Huh. Well, it says level 15, and these are level 20. So I actually have to go up one more level in order to use those. But as you can see, this actually slows you down considerably. I guess I'll switch back to the axe. I'll hurry up and chop down this tree. Well, as fast as the cheap wooden axe will let me. Hopefully that's enough points to get the next thing that we need. And we can actually start using stone tools. And beyond the stone tools, we'll have to work towards being able to use the iron and the steel and the copper and the aluminum or whatever, gold, I guess. I guess you can't make aluminum, you can just make gold. So chop down one more tree, and then we'll check our points. Because I now have a ridiculous amount of wood, I can actually go find the vendors and take all their money by selling them wood. And if they have good equipment, I can then buy the good equipment from them and sell them additional wood, leaving myself with as much credits as they have, plus whatever I currently have. Which is a tactic that some people use. It makes it so that if you do find a vendor with really good armor, and you can't currently make that armor, you can buy it, because apparently with armor, at least currently, you can wear whatever you can buy. You don't have to be a certain skill level in order to utilize the various types of armor. So, check on those points. Oh, 1 away. That's terrible. Alright. Let's see. Well, I suppose I can try something different. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to maximize this. Oh no. You know what? I'll do it a little bit at a time and see if it actually gives me what I'm looking for. So I'm just making numerous bowstrings, one at a time. And let's bring up the replication, or the skill. And see if this actually earns me anything. Because I honestly don't know if replicating counts as something that will allow you to earn points. I know that I was picking on it, but this is going to take too long, so I'm just going to do the whole thing in one shot and see if it does anything. And it did not. I'm still only at 9 points. So, let's try this again. need to earn 1 point. And it might actually correlate with the type of resources that you're mining out too. I don't know if that has any impact on how quickly you earn points. So right now I'm getting mostly limestone and copper, and there's nothing wrong with that as long as I can sell it. And copper's a very good resource to get anyways. And it looks like this area is kind of rich in copper, which is a good thing, because that stuff come in mad handy. Alright, so let's check. We now are up to 12 points. So I can make the stone stuff, I just can't equip it yet, apparently, until I put more points into this. So now I've got 2 points in that. It says I can equip level 20. We'll go back to the stone pickaxe, and it looks like I can use the stone pickaxe now. So obviously there are some discrepancies in the skill tree where it tells you you can do up to a certain level and you can't, and that's an issue that hopefully they resolve in the next patch. But in the meantime, if you're going to play and you want to feel like you're actually surviving and that you're actually trying to get somewhere in this little world without having everything handed to you, try the skill tree. Give it a shot. See what happens. We're using it on our server now, and I think that everybody is okay with it. I mean, it makes it so that it takes us a lot longer to get where we want to be, but without using the skill tree, by like the 3rd day of playing, I don't know how many days that translates into in the actual world, but by the 3rd day of playing, we already had a base setup. We had the assembly core, we had most of the machines, buildings, whatever you want to call them. We were basically like a few resources away from being able to make the automated sentries to defend the colony with. And if that's your goal, if that's where you want to be on day 3, you know, you start on a Friday and by Sunday evening you pretty much have an automated colony, then by all means, you know, go for it. But if you want to feel the real struggle, turn the skill tree on. Give it a shot. See how far you can get after 3 days of playing, after a week of playing, and enjoy every little success. Because that's what it's about. Until next time, I'll see you on the flip side.